Howdy, Possum Patty, surrounded by the Soggy Bottom Bunch here. And I'm just having a bit of play in my studio today. I have a couple of purchases that I want to share with you. I found something I want to pop into a journal. I've been working on some of my shape journals, and I just got back from the magical basement with a very large, massive Trashy. Yes, I was watching Lynn at a bit of birdsong and Kristina down at the shack, and they were both making massive Trashy journals. And I was like, oh, I have one of those, but I cleaned the room and I put it downstairs in a bucket with a bunch of trash. And here it is. You might remember this. Yes, I'm going to open this up and share a bit of this with you today. And I have an idea. Where is it? It's behind me. I have an idea for my Wicked journal. Yes, I might change this a little bit because I have a Wednesday box and I have it's here somewhere. Maybe not. Let me see. Don't go away. In the closet. I have the pink. I was talking about teams the other day, the green team and the pink team. So either you're with Elphaba, the Wicked, or Glenda, the Good Witch. So you're on the green team or the pink team. And I was thinking of making separate journals. But I got a new idea because I also have the Wednesday box of cereal. And I was like, I don't want 3 new giant journals. What if I put them all together? What if I put these all together? Yes, because there's 3 signatures. Make some room here. And so I can have Wicked, and then I can just take the signature out and put Glenda's box cover at the beginning and the end of the middle signature, and then I could put Wednesday's cereal box, make that the cover for the 3rd signature, and then I'll have them all together. I think that's much more manageable for me instead of having 3 giant boxes full. Yes, I just put them all together, and each one will get a signature. Each cereal box will get its own signature in here. Yes, and then during No Stress November, coming up very soon, yes, I can just sit and relax and cut out things and paste them in. It's going to be a giant glue book, like a chunky, trashy art journal, collage glue book. That's what it's going to be. Yeah, so cover's made, no problem. I'm just going to take out the signature, unsew it, open the knots, pull it out, cut these down to make covers, and redo this. Oh, maybe I'll make a video about it. Okay, I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So those are going to go into here. Speaking of large trashies, that's pretty big. Okay, I think everything else I want to show you under this camera over here. I have Dollar Tree haul. I have my nature journal. I have my round journal. I have my bear journal. And I have my very large Trashy. I just love being surrounded by journals. Yes, I do. Oh, I just feel all cozy here. I feel all cozy, surrounded by all these journals. I hope you're feeling cozy too. It's that kind of evening, isn't it? So why don't you grab a warm beverage? I didn't make my tea yet, no. Oh, I'll do that in a little while. So why don't you grab a nice beverage and come on along. You might remember the other day when I posted a little Halloween video from the Dollar Tree, and I did buy a few things. And this is a lace table runner. seasonal collection. This was $1.50, and it is spider webs. And I'm thinking that this has to go into a journal for Halloween. Let me just open that up. And here I've got some trash, some usable trash, right? And how can I show this to you? Let's see. I have this very large white envelope here that I have a project for coming up very soon. Oh yes, look at that. That's the back. Oh, I can just lay that on a page. Oh, maybe even sew it down. I could put something behind it, like they're behind the spider web. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, what journal? This will have to go into Howard, I guess. It can go in Howard because that's my smash up journal right now. Oh, this would make a great page in Wednesday's section of the journal too, because the window in her dorm room was like a spider web. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting this up. It is very long. I got lots and lots. I got lots and lots for $1.50. Yes. This was a good buy. How long was it? It says it is 72 inches long. Wow. 72 inches long. So that is a good deal for $1.50. A lot of spider fabric here. So I can put one in Wednesdays. I can put one in Howard for Halloween. I can put one in the Nature Journal for spiders. A lot I can do with that, yes. Okay, that's on the floor for right now. Floor storage. This is going to be a project very soon, I promise. And I bought a couple things at the Dollar Tree. There were a few new items there. One was a pom-pom maker to make pom-poms. And you know, I love to just buy these little Dollar Tree things and try them out and do a review on them. So we're going to try this and see if it works. And the Christmas things are starting to come out. And I do have a bunch of felt stickers for Christmas, but I don't have these snowflakes. And I bought this. It's felt with a little silver snowflake in the center there, because you can use this all winter, not just for Christmas. The other ones that I have are very Christmassy, very Christmassy. So I figured this is usable all winter. And I got another pair of socks, and this one has Jack the Pumpkin King on it. Oh, it says here 30th anniversary. Oh, we just watched this the other night. Yeah, we watch this every year between Halloween and Christmas. Jack the Pumpkin King, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I just had to get these. I wear these little socks around the house all the time. Look at this. Oh, I love it. Jack the Pumpkin King. Look at this. Okay, so, oh, and I bought these too. For when it's colder and I need my feet to be more snuggly. I bought these. I had a pair, it last me like a year. So I bought a couple more. They only have these in the winter time. So when you see them, you got to pick them up. And they're stretchy and they're comfortable. And this one's all sparkly. And I ruin them, yes, because I walk around the house with them. And they get all dirty and nasty. And I wear out the heels. And, you know, for $1.25 or $1.50, whatever they are now, they're nice and soft and cushiony, yes. And one more thing I got at the Dollar Tree. Okay, we'll try this in another video. Throw that down there. I saw, okay, this has to go in a journal, doesn't it? Oh, in this Trashy journal. I saw Jilly Bean. Jill at Jilly Bean Studio. She was doing some mark making and she was using these bingo dotters. And I was like, I'd like to try that. I don't know, do you have to shake it? bright color bingo markers. I call them dotters because you dot your number. Probably have to hold it down till the dot fills up with paint. I'm assuming. I'm assuming how that works. Oh, wait a minute. When in doubt, see if there's instructions, and no instructions. This was $1.25 still. Yes, we went to a different Dollar Tree and they, oh, it's the Oreo o'clock already. Next hour is going to go by so quickly. They still had, oh, it's starting to come. They still had items for $1.25. A lot of things they hadn't marked up yet. They only had a couple of colors, and I picked orange, you know, because it's that time of year and I'm wearing orange. So you can just, oh yes, look at that. And I was watching somebody else and they were mark making. I'll have to look back and see whose video that was, and ripping paper and mark making and putting in words. And I was like, ooh, that looks like a fun page. Look at that. Oh, I like this. Do I have to look for more colors? What a fun mark making tool. Thank you, Jilly Bean. I'm going to leave that right there. Okay, what else is on the table here? Okay, I picked up, you know, I go around the room, I put 3 things away. I did that. And then I pick up something that has to go into a journal. Just a little something that needs to be glued in, not like a major journaling project. Just like, oh, I meant to put this in a journal somewhere. I can always come back and finish the page on another day. But I just get so many things sitting around. Yes, I don't want it to get overwhelming. So if I see a little something that, you know, it can be a background on a page, something like that, where it just takes a moment to get it into the journal. And then, you know, when I'm journaling, it'll be there. See, like that page right there, that is just white. Now this is a napkin, and look, it fits there. It is awesome perfect. Awesome perfect. So I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to use matte medium to do it. Do I have to get out my tape to separate? No, it's going to separate for me. Okay. And then put this down on the floor and let it dry. My sister just sent me her neighbor's Ring doorbell cam photo of a giant black bear in the driveway. And she said they're only like a half a mile away from her. And they have this giant bear walking down their driveway. I think she did get a picture of the bear on her trail cam in the backyard. But she's got coyotes and, of course, lots of deer and, you know, birds and rabbits and things like that. This is a really soft one. It's good for doing napkins so you don't rip them. So this is matte medium. It's an acrylic medium. Mixed media artists use this like glue. Put all their elements down on their piece of artwork. Oh, I can even do that. Yes, between these 2 pages, I can list all the wildlife that the sisters have captured on their doorbells or trail cams or security cameras or whatever they got going in their yard. That would be a fun nature journal page, right? Okay, I'm going to line it up with, I don't mind wrinkles, but I don't want to see giant bubbles. Wrinkles just gives it extra texture. Bubbles can be a problem. Bubbles can be a problem when you go to glue things down. You don't want bubbles everywhere. And I know I didn't get that all the way to the edge on this side. I cut the napkin a little wrong. Oh no, it's gotta be perfect. trim off the bottom, and then put some more on top. I could put that picture that she sent me right there and do some journaling right on this page once it's very dry. See, so now I have a background ready to go. But I do need to wash out my brush so this brush doesn't get very stiff. Here's my bear-shaped journal. I was working on cutting paper today. And I made a whole bunch of sheets. I cut them all out by hand. And I put it together with rings, and I put some rags at the top. So now all I have to do is paint the bears, the front and the back, yes. And that probably will not take as long as it did to cut all these papers. And the papers I cut from scraps while I was cutting the round pages for this journal, my round journal, which needs to be painted also, and the signatures need to get sewn in. But I said first I had to make the pages. And I'm going to take two papers like this and put them together with a strip of mailing envelope like this, a thin strip, just a thin strip. I'll glue it on both sides, and that way I'll have a place to sew it in, because this will be in the middle like that. So when I sew the signature in, it'll go through the Tyvek, and the Tyvek will be on the two pieces of paper like that. So I'll come back with a progress report on this. I just wanted to show you that I've been busy cutting paper. So each sheet of scrapbook paper gave me one circle and one bear and some little pieces left over. And these I'm going to use to make the journals, little tiny journals that are going to go inside a matchbook box or matchbox. Little tiny things, yeah. The jumbo, these are jumbo hefties. And while I'm working on this, to keep all my roundy pages together, just need the big bag. The pages are done. I just have to do a little more working. I could use fabric scraps, or I can use more scraps of paper. I don't have to use the Tyvek. I don't have to use this. I'm still thinking about it. I'll let you know what happens there. And I don't have a baggie for this. This is just going to go sit on the shelf for now till it gets painted. Okay, if you're a longtime Awesome Possum peep, you might remember this huge Trashy here. Yes, I got it in my head one day that I should make a huge Trashy, and it's very strange. A pocket here, and in the pocket, I have a little Trashy with all donuts and things like that in there. I was putting like sweet treats in there. Sweet treats. We're going to fill this up with sweet treats. And then I took this pie box and I put a pocket over here, put something in, and I took this cookie box and I put pages in here. These are not very tall pages because they're just in the cookie box. But this is very large. And I put a magnet to close it. I'm thinking I could put a signature in here. I already sewn it to the Cheerios box. I could put a signature there of some larger paper to come out to here. And then why I did this, I'm not really sure. Oh, I know. I was going to put a signature of large paper out here. Out here. Yes, because here's the spine. So I have room to put a signature here. So I'll have like a journal in a pocket. Then I'm going to have a large signature. And then you open this up and I've got this little journal in here. And I was going to make a journal to put in here. And then maybe I can put one larger signature in here. And then, so that'll be all of that. And then I was thinking, I have this space up here, but I don't know what I would put there. Unless I make the signature here go all the way up to there. That would be cool, right? Use some really tall pages. And this even hangs out the side. I don't know. I must have been in a really funny mood when I was making this. Yes. Chocolate Cheerios. Maybe I was on a sugar rush from these chocolate Cheerios when I made this. Well, they're healthy. They can lower your cholesterol. And this journal's not going to be very big at all. Except for it's not in here. So this is the shell. This is the snail. And this is the shell. This is the cover. And I said I would get a piece of batting and put that down first. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to work on our snail-shaped journal. Put everything else aside for right now, including this. We don't need this right now. And I haven't figured out how to do this yet. I'm going to tack the batting down with some glue stick. I like the Extra Strength Permanent Bond by Elmer's. Let the glue dry before you put it in your sewing machine. Just a little tip there. But we got a ways to go before we get to putting this in the sewing machine. Okay, this is the edge of the journal. So its head's over here. And we're going to make a spiral. Maybe we'll start in the middle and go around to the outside. I have my bag of scraps here because I was using them on my teddy bear journal. And let's pull some out and see what we have. I have a tiny sock here. Oh, we have any color you want, I guess. Now, shall we go with a color scheme or just make it as bright and colorful as my shirt? Okay. I just wanted a lot of colors taken out so I don't have to put like two similar colors next to each other. I don't think we have to worry about that with all of these. Okay, so where do we want to begin? Somewhere, should we make it a little lower and go around like this? Yeah. Oh, and I was going to tack these down a little bit as I go along. So this is not a permanent tack. This is just I'll put a dot of glue there, kind of hold it till we get to the sewing machine, which may be tomorrow. Should I do little square pieces? Little square pieces. I haven't figured this out yet. No. I'm working on it in my mind. We just need to go around and around. Maybe triangles. See, I'm learning. I'm learning as we go along here. Or I can put it at an angle so it looks like a triangle. See, I knew if once I just started, I'd figure it out. I just make, and then I can make them like a little bigger and bigger as we go around. How will this work when I get to the next row though? I've changed my strategy. I still have the middle pieces over here, But I started making the edges roundy and I was like, oh, I like that. And then I was getting towards the ends and I was like, well, how am I going to deal with the end now? Maybe I should take that off and do the big pieces first and then swirl the little pieces down on top. Yes, I'm just working this out as I go along. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe each piece should be a different fabric. And let's see how many I can get on here. So now I'm working backwards here because I started there and I should have started at the bottom and gone around. So I'm working a little backwards here, but that's okay. Made a little swirl in each piece. This one's too wide. All right, I'm going to cut this one down a little bit. And then I'm going to tuck it under this one because I'm working backwards. Like that. And then I trim off the edge when I get to that over there. So I'm thinking, I try not to think too hard, but I'm thinking as soon as I get down to under this one, let's see, no, this one, the swirl can go this way, or it's gonna go this way. I think it's going this way. So as soon as I cover all this down here, then I'll start again from this red one and go around into the center. I was just thinking I could even hand stitch this. I can slow stitch it, or I can do a combination of slow stitching and machine stitching. I think a combination would be fun. Well, it is the black cap chickadee past the morning dove o'clock. My eyes are closing and I'm like, I can finish this. I can finish this so it'll dry and I can sew it tomorrow because I'm loving how it came out. And then I'll get my stitches on there, go round and round. And I used a different piece for every part of the shell except for the moon. When I cut this piece, I cut the moon off. But I was like, oh, I like that moon. So I stuck it back in the middle. I was thinking of putting a button there. I said a button would look really cute. But then I saw that moon. I can still put a button right there. Right there. But I love the moon. Yes, I do. Oh, do I have a yellow star button I can put there? Oh, that would be fun, right? Sticky fabric everywhere. Well, this has been really fun for me the last few days, just working on a variety of projects. Oh, look at that. It'll be dry by morning. I can do some stitching. And speaking about stitching, what a mess I made. Yes, today I will get messy. Where is that? It's over there. I actually have that sign. Yes, I do. Today I will get messy. Today I will get messy. Cap the glue. Clean the mess tomorrow. Clean the mess tomorrow. That's why I have the rule. Put 3 things away when I come in, because when I'm done, when I'm done, I just walk out of the room. Oh, I got little bits everywhere. That's okay. Do we have another project for these scraps right now? I don't think so. I did my bear journal. Yeah, so I could probably put this away tomorrow. I can put this away. I can sew my snail shell. Oh, and we got to get to painting some things. I got to paint my bear. I got to paint my snail. I got to paint my tree on the front of the other journal. I have some more things here. Oh, I have to do some Halloween journaling this week because, this is it. This is it. Halloween week. Yes. Do some Halloween journaling this week. and some sewing and some painting and some relaxing. Well, thanks for coming along today for a bit of chat and share and journal and play with fabric. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.